Morning everybody, back in the shop, starting a new project, the quarter scale 40-20. Just kind of show you a couple little early things that I've done already. And here's the tractor, and the tractor will end up being around 3 feet long. And here's the 5-bottom plow that will go behind it, and the plow will end up being around 3.5 to 4 feet long. Not exactly sure on the measurements yet. And here's people asking about what happened to the E.J. Potter tractor, and it's almost done, but I got to do a little bit more sanding on it, and then I want to wet sand it in spots so the decals will stick good, and so it'll be a little bit shiny. Even though it's primer, it'll be shiny. And I want to also build a little stand for it with a nice bright color and some fancy lettering that it will sit on, so it will make it look a little bit more fancy in memory of E.J. Potter. And I just wanted to kick it up a notch, and we'll keep the tractor looking like the original look, but I want to maybe make a little fancy stand for it with some little fancy letters and saying Michigan Madman and E.J. Potter, and I just think that would make it look, I would like it better, you know, in his memory. So, okay, and so now I'm going to show you what I'm working on the 40-20. What I did first was I got the diameter of the axle, and I got the rear of it. I'm going to the fenders. So where I'm starting is I'm starting at the rear axle, and then I'm going to build the fenders, which I've already started, and then I'll work my way into the center of the axle and build it up into the hydraulic box there under the seat, and then I'll probably work my way back to the PTO and the hydraulic lift arms and the 3-point hitch. So I'm going to just start right at the back and work forward. So the very first things will be the axle and the fenders, and I already made the rims for the duals, so I'll show you that real quick. So over here on the lift, you can see my top view scaled up and kind of gives me an idea, and here's a kind of a rear view. But because I have the toy tractor, I got all the measurements. So, but I still like to see things, and that helps me even give it a little bit more detail too. So here's the rims, and here is I already got the axle in there, and I got it set up for dual, so the tires can be adjusted for roll crop or whatever. So, but anyway, that's. And the rims I've drilled out and built the brackets, and so there's like 100 pieces. There's 100 pieces on the rims from just me starting on that. So then here's the first part of the axle that just have to start with the square, and then it'll get the little tabs where the fenders adjust in or out, and that's where them brackets will bolt onto. So it's at the very early stages, but the first step was to establish how wide it would be from center to center, the inside tire, and then put the duals on, because I love the duals. When I was home young driving tractor, I loved driving the 40-10 and the 40-20 the most when we had duals on them. And so there's that. So I'll show you real quick over here what I'm working on. And here's the first fender. You can kind of see it's roughed in all the different. I want to make it good and solid, because it's going to be probably yanked on a few times by little kids, and because it's the size of it's going to be people are probably going to think they can sit on it and ride it, because it's going to be so big. But you can see I got the grab handle cut out. I got it bent, and I got the bracing underneath here that will be very similar to the braces and the brackets that will go on the axle. And if you can't really, the brackets kind of kind of right there, so you can kind of see how that will go, and that will slide out. And you can kind of see how the fender will kind of sit on there. It's still hard to really get a good idea. But anyway, I'm very happy how the fender already looks. So anyway, there's the first progress on the fender, and there's the update on EJ Potters, and here's the little headlights. I can't. Let me see. I tried to maybe set the lights under here just so you can kind of get an idea how that might go. A little bit. Not really. It's going to spin there a little bit. You get a little bit of an idea how it's going to look, but you got to use your imagination at this early stage, because tell you what, it's a long ways to go. There's a lot of detail. This is the tractor that I've been waiting over 20 years to build in large scale after I saw it at Waterloo. I didn't see this tractor, but I always wanted to build one that scale. But a 40/20, so it's going to be around 3 feet long on the tractor, and around 3.5 to 4 feet long on the plow once I get it all figured out. So figure that's going to be close to 7 foot long for the tractor and the plow. So it's going to be a massive toy, and it's going to be very detailed. I want it to be a precision tractor. I want it to have all the detail down in the engine, and I'm going to try to have all the holes in the frame and the pedals and all the levers, and I'm going to try to make the levers all move, and I'm going to try to make the pedals move, and so it's my dream come true to build this. So okay, everybody, thanks again for all your nice comments. I'm struggling now to keep up with them again, so if I don't comment or anything, just hang in there. I haven't forgot about you. Just I'm getting overwhelmed. So I'll get back and show you the progress later in the week, and we'll put another video on, and so you can kind of see how it's going. So, but I'm very happy how the tires and the rims are looking already. I know it's hard for you to think, how can you even tell? But to me, I got such a good imagination on how I see it in my mind, how it's going to look. Just the tires and the duals and the rims. In the first look at the fender, I can already tell that in my mind how it's going to look, and it's going to look great. And just to think it's going to be almost 7 feet long, that's going to be one awesome model. So, okay, everybody. We'll catch you later. Thanks.